Every lawsuit goes through a phase which is called discovery, during which time the parties to the lawsuit are allowed to literally discover the evidence that is pertinent to the case. Documents are exchanged, witnesses for each side are identified, and depositions can be taken. Having seen Dolan testify in his criminal case, I already knew his basic story. What I wanted to do, rather than to learn of his account, was to lock him into it, especially with respect to physical movements he claimed Marcus Norris had committed, which prompted him to fire the fatal shot. So during this deposition, which was videotaped, I asked him to demonstrate what he claimed Marcus had done.
And show me exactly where he was vis-a-vis your position, and show me how he pulled the camera, the gun out and pointed it at your direction.
It's a little difficult. I hadn't been on the other end of the...
Yeah, okay, but please tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw.
Saw him kind of pull his clothing back, or coat back, and like this, pull the pistol out.
Well, please show me what you saw. Don't just tell me as you're doing it, show me. And that's what you saw him do?
Yes, sir.
And the camera lens would be your position, so that when you extended your arm, you're indicating that he was pointing directly at you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So your movements, please show me those movements step by step again that you recall him doing.
Well, he was walking.
All right. He was walking.
Then he stopped. Are you meant to leave off what happened prior to that?
At this point, I just want you to show me what his movements were that startled you when he pointed the gun in your direction. All right. Please, you opened your, when you demonstrated that, you touched your left side of your jacket, and you showed, was his jacket open or
Had a
buttoned?
different kind of jacket.
Was it
Sweater
open or
something.
buttoned, though?
He did something to his clothing, pulled the pistol out, raised it up at me.
You saw him touch his clothing with his left hand, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Can you show me what he did with his left hand? With your jacket?
I don't know what he did.
Well, what did you see?
Saw him. When I saw the pistol, I quit watching his left hand.
All right, but you saw him grab with his left hand his jacket, correct? He reached with
Saw
his
him
right
fool with his clothing with his left hand.
Okay, and can you show me what you're doing? He grabbed his left, all right.
He did something, pulled it back or whatever, pulled the pistol out and raised it up at me.
And he raised it directly at you, face to face with you, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Just a form.
No. Please have a seat.
With that testimony from Dolan, the autopsy, the physical evidence, which the court had ordered preserved, I was ready for trial. I knew that Dolan's story was a lie, and I had the evidence to prove it. The spray of shotgun pellets had traveled through Marcus's body from left to right and from front to back. Dolan had described and demonstrated a fully frontal confrontation, which, if it had occurred, would not have produced the left to right wound paths. Furthermore, one of the entry wounds was to Marcus's left armpit, which could only have occurred if first, Marcus's left side was prominent to Dolan's shotgun muzzle, and second, the left arm was raised. Finally, as the body moves, by twisting, bending, or reaching, the clothing also moves. Knowing the evidence I had, there was no way for Dolan's story to even be arguably possible, except I no longer had that evidence. By what was later presented to the court as a sheer coincidence, an unfortunate accident, both the City of Memphis and the Shelby County Criminal Court clerk, quote, accidentally, close quote, destroyed all of our evidence. Just 5 weeks before trial, my case had been dealt a crippling blow, and amazingly, the court accepted this explanation and refused to grant my client a default judgment. Please continue watching Part 3 of this report.